Journey of the Shadow Darkness Falls is now live on Kickstarter. It is a sci-fi anime novel that continues the saga of Commander Tsushimo, a humanoid anomaly, a leader of the supernatural Sanzi warriors, as he seeks to stop an ancient evil. Humanity is about to be collateral damage, and the clock is ticking. Grab your copy today at inked.pub/darkness falls.
Woo! Hey! Oh, that one went really well. Good job.
Yeah, well, I was a DJ for 35 years. I should sound.
Oh, that helps. That helps.
Yeah. So today we're joined by Mike, Jimmy, and like 3 or 4 other names afterwards. LeBrun.
Hey, you said it correctly.
From the Netherlands.
Hell yeah.
The artist and publisher of Life on Cora. Welcome, my friend.
Glad to be here.
So tell us how you got into drawing comics. What was your interest in them? And
well, I mean, my dad always brought home new comics, and I was the one reading them in the end. He never really read them. He just collected them. So, I had an arsenal of European comics when I grew up already. Asterix, Lucky Luke, all the jazz. And I like to draw. I like to draw things from those comics and copy them. I discovered manga at like 14 years old, which really opened a completely new world. And I've been drawing all my life, and I just got better and better and better. And then in 2017, I had a very bad breakup, which made me go, you know what? I feel so miserable. I'm going to draw a comic. And that's the rest is history, really.
And was the first issue of Life on Cora?
The first issue of Life on Cora was with my ex-partner for Fairies and Ants, our company, or my company by now. But my very first comic was Sage's Sunset, and that's free to read on Tapas. There's over 100 pages. I am so sorry for the terrible art. But
gets better, though.
It gets a lot better. Like within the year of the first pages to the last ones I uploaded, you can see where the quality came into. And Life on Cora was from halfway through 2018, where I want to make a true fantasy. I don't want any humanoids, and got to drawing a really strange world. And we started thinking up all kinds of little things about it. And within 2 months, the first issue was born.
Cool. Now, your writer, has he been on for the whole trip?
No. The first 2 issues were written by Mineral, my ex-writer, who was also my ex-partner at the time. And my current writer, I hired myself by doing by looking through interviews and, like actually making it a job. And I picked 2 of them. So Life on Cora 4 is going to be by a different writer, and then they switch every single time.
So they flip-flop back and forth.
Yes.
And your co-host, who I'm going to let you name because I'm...
Aristine already did a short comic for us called Yoho, which is free to read on tapas.io as well, by my old writer. So I knew her coloring, I knew she was really good, but again, I did proper interviews and, let people submit their art and coloring. And I put in a example page of Live on Cora, like my personal favorite page number 8. And she sent that in like as an extra example. It wasn't mandatory or anything. And like it just went click, like you're the colorist. There is no questions about it. And
slammed it home.
Yes, yeah, she nailed the entire style that I was looking for right from the start, and she has done so through the entire issue.
Excellent.
Hey, Hex, I hope you're great.
He's saving up for tonight. He's practicing talking in the chat.
I'm sorry, Hex, I'm not going to be able to join you live because I'm going to be sleeping. Actually, no, by the time you go live, no, that's 2 a.m. for me. I'll be sleeping. I'll be sleeping. Sorry, guys. As much as I'd like to.
So, this most recent book actually funded, because you were the first guest on CromCon on the Saturday, and before your segment was done,
yes, we funded.
you funded. That's how we knew it was going to be a good weekend. Pop didn't lose power.
No, it was wonderful.
Phil showed up. All the good stuff happened.
Yeah, it was glorious. Then afterwards, I had a quick interview with Critical Blast as well, which went really well as well. And we had another 2 backers, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're doing this. And put up the stretch goals and everything. And yeah, we're still going. There's 14 days left, and I'm probably going to expand. So it's going to run for 60 days. And after that, like, we're going to be like going straight into printing. Everything is done.
And are you going to keep the Indiegogo open as a store for 30 days after?
Oh yes, definitely.
Keep the storefront deal. That's what I see. I like that about Indiegogo. What I don't like about Indiegogo is as soon as you pledge, they take all your money.
Yes, I agree. Like on one hand, yes, because it's easier if like you can you're putting in money that you can miss already.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, this is off of my account, done. On the other hand, if the campaign fails, you're looking at sometimes 6 weeks before you get that money back, which is really bad on their part.
Mm-hmm. And it's a little crazy, but it's like you're gonna miss the money. It's like, yeah, I miss it already.
Yeah, but then again, like it's not like Kickstarter where after the campaign ends and you're funded, and suddenly there's like, oh shit, I gotta pay $60 now. Like, where am I gonna get that money from? Because it's 2 days before my paycheck,
mm-hmm.
And
that's what I usually do. I usually look. I go, what's the end date on this? Because I don't have any money now, but I really want this. And if it's after the 1st of the month, if it's like between like the 2nd and the 5th, I'm like,
yeah,
I can pledge this.
Yeah.
But I actually pledged Frank Forte's campaign. And I pledged it while he was on CromCon.
Nice.
And the problem with that was Phil is very familiar with Frank's work as well. So he kept talking up all these other add-on series.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So before I knew it,
in the hype.
I spent $80.
Yeah, it happens.
I I got I got the I got the art book. I got all 4 issues of the series. I got on Phil's recommendation. I got the Twisted Billy series. You know, namesake. Uh, and then I got the series that Capullo did, like that 3 or 4 issue series that Capullo did before he did Spawn and Batman.
Ooh,
And that
yeah, okay.
and that series is coming back, and there's going to be a new issue of that in the
Ooh.
April order form for previews.
Ooh, a little update on Love and Cora as well. Yesterday I submitted to Arrow 4.0. So it's
Oh, sweet.
possible that, if I get into the roster, then from August or, a little later in the year, Love and Cora will be coming out as American-sized comics as well. So they're going to be slightly smaller than the original size because I print an A4, the 825 by 11, I think.
Yeah, that's the normal size for you guys, right?
Yes. Yes.
And ours are a little smaller. I like the bigger ones because, well, I'm kind of blind, so it's better for me to see. And it's like, ooh, something big.
Oh yes, and bigger letters and more panels because you got the space.
Mm-hmm. And you can appreciate the art better too.
Oh yes, you see a lot more detail.
Because TKO did that too. They made them like slightly bigger than everything else.
Yeah.
And for a while they were sending me, physical copies so I could do like an unboxing on the air to promote them.
Ooh.
And then I would review all the series afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, that's other members of Outright Geekery would review them too. And then I asked him, I go, well, you got a new series coming out. You got Wave 3 coming out. Would you be interested in sending me the box sets again?
Well,
and they got it. Well,
yeah.
I'll take what I can get, but.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, they shot me down. They're like, well, I can send you the first issue.
Oh.
I'm like, well, I can read the first issue for free on your website. What?
Well, yeah.
So.
But yeah. But they still want to push the physical product. Love and Cora 1 and 2 are free to read on Tapas as well. The first 8 pages of Love and Cora 3 as well now. And, once everything is sent out, everyone has their high-quality digital copies and physical copies, then I'm going to start uploading the rest on Tapas as well. But by then, like, Love and Cora 4 is going to be done already. I'm up to page 9 on Inks. So, it's a rolling train right now.
Rich Parada has inspired you to ink like a madman.
Oh no, believe me, I've done inking like a madman for the past 15 years.
Well, it makes sense. You're a little mad. So am I.
Oh yeah, no, you need to be a special kind of masochist to be an artist, especially a comic artist. But no, my quality in work stops at the inks, and after that it's flat colors, and then I'm like, oh my god, no, I'm done.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel today.
Yes, that's mainly because I couldn't find your channel at first, so sorry about that. But I wanted to subscribe earlier.
And I know Hex is on there, and somebody else is on there. That's who else is on there. It's Pops.
Hey, Pops. Good to see you again.
Oh, we got a few people watching. I had people surprised that I'm going live early today because.
Speaking of Pops, hey, Pops, you want this? Huh?
It's a Crom.
It's a Crom. It's a Crom stealing Oktaz's arm shield to go surfing.
Well, it was pretty cool.
So that's going to rotate on the banners for the comic-related madness too. So you're going to see it come around. actually colored.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I just keep working. I mean, I like doing the fan arts for other creators by now. Yeah, I know you do.
You got
I'll take
enough
care of
this
it.
week. Relax.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I got my things in mind for you. Don't worry. But yeah, I'm really an inker by heart. That's where my art ends for me. And I know that I work with creators that can really up the quality of it with their coloring, like Aristine, and that's what I do it for. You know, and inks have like um, only recently I got into dip pens, like for level quarter 3. That was the time where I really started using dip pens. I dabbled in it before, but I went full traditional inks for this one. And every single page is for sale on the Indiegogo, and every 25 backers on the original page is gonna go to someone, even if you're a digital backer. So we're at
Wow.
15 backers now. If you up that number, there's just more and more chance of you actually getting one of those original pages.
That's huge. I've seen people, put like a random sketch or,
No,
sketch cover in or, page of art.
no, it's
But
A3.
never to like a digital backer. That's huge.
Yeah, no, I want to get this book out, and I thank everyone for like even if they put out $1. I mean, yeah, okay, at $1 you're not pledging to anything, but I want to get this book out to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Kickstarter failed. We only made 200 more on the Kickstarter with a €2,000 goal than we are at now. So we're at €514 on the Indiegogo, and the the moment the Kickstarter failed, I was like, no, we're gonna go, we're gonna go to Indiegogo. We're gonna launch a flexible goal, and no matter how much I raise, like this comic is coming to people, and it's still gonna happen. And if I have to grab into my own pocket, then I bloody damn will. I believe in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna give up on that.
And
I gotta.
keep going. Well,
Yeah, I'm going to. I mean,
let's take a look at it too.
yeah,
Ba-doing!
still on at 610 USD. 15 backers, 14 days left. Help it go forward. It really would mean a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And I have the most wonderful team to work with. My writer works for Legos. He works for Star Wars. He has done a Jurassic World episode. So the guy knows what he's doing, and it really translates into the comic. I don't know if you got around to completely read it yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I actually finished reading it this morning.
What did you think?
I enjoyed it. It was
Thank you.
it was different and it was entertaining and man, the I know it's going to look better on, paper in front of you, but even the digital version, the colors just pop and I'm like, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
this is just awesome."
that is Aristine. Like that was even from the first page she sent me. It was like, holy crap, my pages can look like this. And she put that kind of quality into every single page constantly. And it's been a pleasure to work with her. She's been really consistent with her coloring. She's been she has been constantly putting out pages right behind me. I have to run to keep up.
Well, that's good.
It's wonderful to work with this team.
It's good. It keeps you motivated to
Oh
get more
yes.
pages done. Life on Cora. The comic.
Yeah, it's the comic.
You had 3 of the early bird packs
Yes.
claimed.
And there's 17 more, which means that you can get one of the variant covers that is completely free in that package. So that saves you 15 euros or about $18. Then the main cover is for 10 euros, and the first and second issue are only 8 euros. So, for 40 euros, or what is it, 47 USD ex shipping, you're getting the full package pretty much.
Digital copies are 4 euros or $5. And right here is where you can click the link to read the first 8 pages on Tapas.
Completely free. If you like it, feel free to grab a digital copy, and preferably at the physical one, because we're gonna up our game on this book as well.
Physical copies are 10 euros or 12 US dollars. Pebbles in Peril physical copy.
Yes, they are the variant covers. So you got the Pebbles in Peril and the Stone Server.
Oh, okay.
The Pebbles in Peril, if you scroll down a little bit, it's the blue one in the center. And then the right, that one is by Dershi or Richard van der Linde, who is a fellow Dutch creator that I talk with way too much about comics. And the completely right one by Daniel HDR is an incredible piece, which is an homage to the Silver Surfer 1 cover, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And, it's not just an homage, it's actually something that happens in the comic. So, it correlates with what we're actually creating, because I don't want an homage just for the sake of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does happen in the book.
It do.
I can attest to that. I can also attest to that. That is Pop's favorite cover.
Oh yes, it is. It is beautiful. The original painting by Daniel HDR is for sale on the Indiegogo campaign.
Boy, that would be nice, huh, Pops?
Sorry, guys, but I'm not giving that one away.
Nope.
If nobody buys it, I'm keeping that.
That's probably gonna end up framed in your room. So
yes, if nobody buys it, it's gonna end up with me.
And an original page is 60 euros or 71 US dollars.
That is including the main cover. So you also get the physical copy with the original page. So that's 50 euros for the original page and 10 euros for the main cover together.
Now, is that just inked or is that colored too?
That is inked. The coloring is completely digital.
Yeah, it's all digital. It looks great though, but still, that's cheap, dude.
I know, I keep hearing it, but I don't care. I want this book out. Every little bit that I can get back from from the efforts, the blood, sweat, and ink poisoning that I got from this book. It's gonna go back into the next issue if it doesn't go into this one.
Yeah. Anything left over just goes to the next project.
Yes, exactly.
You can get an A3 commission and an LOC 3.
Yeah, On Cora 3.
Oh, okay.
So that's the main cover, and then for 50 euros, that's an A4 commission. So an A3 commission is 17 by 11.
Wow.
So the size of the original pages as well. Any character, any creature, anything you come up with, I can draw it.
There's the original art of the Stone Surfer. 400 euros or 475 US dollars.
Yep.
And
the money that comes in from that is going to go back to Daniel HDR as well, because he is in a tight spot. He's a fellow creator. He lost all his jobs on DC Comics, and I'm like, no, dude, that's not happening. Like, I commissioned him for the original piece, and he's gonna get whatever I have left from that 400 straight back into him as well.
So we really want to push that cover sale, because
yeah, it's gonna help out someone who has done so much for some of your favorite comics, even if he didn't get credited in as the artist at some points. He did a lot more than you might think.
Daniel's one of the poor people that got cut by the evil AT&T.
Yes, he was.
This page right here is just amazing.
Yes, and at 50 backers, that is the one going out to one of the backers we have in our comics. And yes, that is the preview. Like, that was the example page Aristine sent me, and there were some color issues because she used red and yellow, which are not in the comic, which is explained. But other than that, I immediately went, yeah, this is the person that I want for the comic, and it shows.
Mm-hmm. So good. Now, have we opened up any of those stretch goals yet?
No, we are barely over our first goal.
So we still need to hit stretch goals for bookmarks, the A4 print of the piece that's going out to a lucky backer. They hit 25, or is it 50?
That one is 50. The first page that's going out is page number 1, which is also one of my favorite pages. I even printed it like right next to me because I was so proud of it.
1,700, you're going to get 4 extra pages with concepts and world building.
That's right. That's looking into all the little creatures and giving an accurate, deeper description of everything they do and how they live.
€5 for a PDF, €10 for a physical copy, 15 for the Stone Surfer physical, 15 for the Pebbles in Peril. I really like that one.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
I thought they were just in a cave, and then I noticed, wow, there's a big friggin' bird there.
Yes, there is. It's a big bird.
And I'm like, I go, well, now I see why the birds are a danger to his race, because
yes,
well, they're gigantic. 25 euros gets you physical of all the issues.
That's €1 off because, together there would be 26 as physical copies. That we dropped that at 25. Make it nice and round.
Like me.
Yeah. You said it yourself.
40 euros gets you physical all 3 variants.
Yes, so the main cover and the Pebbles and Perils and Stone Surfer variant covers all together. And then 55 euros, we're going to do issue 1 and 2 and all variants. And that's also the early bird, but that's only 40 euros. So it's 15 euros off. 1 variant cover is completely free.
Wow, that's huge. So that's your catch-up tier.
Yes.
Get issue 1, issue 2, and the new issue 3. Issue 4 is
for issue 4 is underway. It's being worked on. Oh yes.
It's already being worked on before fulfillment of issue 3.
I have page number, what is it? 9 right here.
Wow.
Which is going to be completely underwater. And it's going to be, yeah.
Scary.
It's the weird red dude. Not the beard.
€100 gets you an A4.
Black and white
commission.
Yeah, that turned to
A3.
cover. I got to switch that for real quick after this call. But A4 is €50 with the main cover, and then A3 is €100.
And €400 gets you Daniel HDR's original painting of the Stone Surfer cover and physical
copies.
All physical copies. So you buy the painting, you've got the original painting to frame and mount on your wall.
Oh yes.
Making Mike Jimmy very sad because he wanted to frame and mount it on his wall.
Oh, trust me, yes.
But he'll be very happy to sell that to you. And if you buy it as a bonus, you get physical copies of everything.
Yes.
Plus the add-on, so you can get Life on Cora 1, €8 for a physical or €4 for a digital. Same thing with Life on Cora 2. Extra copy of Life on Cora number 3. Main cover digital is €5. Physical is 10. Variant 15. Main character vinyl sticker set, €10.
All the main characters that we've had for Life on Cora so far are going to be a sticker set all together, nicely fitted. We're going to go for high quality stickers because I don't want any less for my backers. We want people to have some quality here.
Mm-hmm. €25 gets you a Cora A5 character sketch card.
And then we have other original art also for sale, which is a lot of concept art.
Life on Cora 2 Ruins concept. Life on Cora 2 Antsy and Grundflying concept. Life on Cora 1 Drum Ritual redraw.
Yes.
And then all these original pages. Page 1 goes out at 25 backers. Another page at 50 backers. Every 25 backers, another page will go out to a random person.
Oh, yes.
So get all your friends and family to back
Help
this
make it
book
happen.
And make it happen. You could be the lucky winner.
And, if you really like another page, they're pretty much all for sale. So, yeah, go grab them.
You call out a page and Mike can tell you if that page number is still available. And there's the Indiegogo link in the chat.
And yeah, it's my baby. They are wonderful pages. They are quality, and we really care about these comics. We've published them ourselves before. We paid for them ourselves, and this time we went, you know what? There's no conventions. We have people asking for at conventions like give us issue number 2, give us issue number 3. But we finished issue number 3 and 10 days before our first con of 2020, and then COVID happened. So after that, it was over for us.
Yeah, it killed everybody.
Yes,
I mean,
and
it gives you time to do more work because you're stuck at home, but
yeah,
you get no place to generate cash.
yeah. So we were after that we had a bit of downtime. Like, what are we gonna do with the series? Then my ex-partner and I split up, and and I started looking for a new writer, started looking for a new colorist, and that's where Love on Cora 3 comes from. And we are super excited to bring out this comic. It it is the best publication by Fairies and Ants so far, and we completely stand by that.
And it's going to be coming out because it is
Yes,
funded.
it is, but it was a flexible goal.
Yep.
Even if we made less, I would have funded it out of my own pocket. I would have gone the full mile. I would have printed those copies, and however few or however many are going to back it, it's happening. This is not just helping us fund the thing. This is actually pre-ordering it because it's going out.
It's going to get to the printer. It's going to get back. And then you got to pack everything up and ship it out.
I am literally one question away from sending out the originals to my printer, like sending out the digital copies to my printer to have them checked, and pretty much get them ready for print. Get proofs in, make sure that you get the quality that you deserve. Take out all the little kinks that I might have overlooked, because you overlook things when they're digital. It's a lot easier when they're traditional. And from there, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come out in May, no matter what.
And what are you looking at for issue 4?
Issue 4, I do roughly 8 to 12 pages a month, so expect June. So done in May, sending everything out, and straight back to the next issue in June.
So you're trying to get everything on schedule for like quarterly releases.
Yeah, and preferably going up and up and up. If we get taken into the roster by Arrow, that's going to create more funds for the comic, which means that I can create more pages. I don't have to do as many days on my side job. I have an easier time paying my colorist because I'm paying her from my own pocket as well, and just go from every 3 months down to every single every 2 months.
That's a good schedule for an indie. Oh, pardon
Oh
me.
yeah, no, like I love drawing this comic every single day, and I am not sick of it. There are 5 or 6 scripts ready for me to just start working on. They have been edited, they have been checked. The only thing that I need to do is storyboard them a little bit and jump straight into them.
Yeah, because you cranked out a bunch of pages this week.
I did 3 of them last week. So if I had the complete time and not had to worry about marketing, the Indiegogo and everything, I probably could have taken out 6.
It's still, it's still like a huge amount of work there.
Oh yes, it's still a roughly 8 to 12 hours on a page. It's I like taking the
I
time.
know it's a lot of work. I did it, damn it.
Yes, exactly. Like, no, you just keep going. And it's fulfilling. It's wonderful to see someone, like my writer's ideas come from her head into the script, and me putting it into inks and hearing currently her going, "Holy crap! You made it a million times better than I had in my head." And then I'm like, just wait until the colorist hits you.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna be
I am actually going to share with you the first page of Live on Cora 4 because that's the only one that I have had so far that I have colored and ready. And if you were blown away by issue 3, issue 4 is a whole different level. Just gotta load for a second, give it time. PC is slow. Yeah, I know. There we go. So let me share my screen. Share screen. No, Clip Studio Paint. There we go. So this is what issue 4 is gonna look like.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
I want to win that page.
Well, next issue, maybe. But
Bringing
yeah,
tears to my eye. Oh. Well, I'm yawning.
I had tears in my eyes. I'll be honest.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's I'll grab the original, the ink page, because I've got it right here as well. Somewhere. Let me see. Where is it? You bloody fucker. Where did I leave it? Ah. No. I don't know where I left it. But
it's somewhere.
It's somewhere over the rainbow. Well, I hope not, because then, I'll only be stuck with the scan. But like side by side, you barely recognize the page. It's insane. Yeah, where did I leave that? It should be here. I don't know. Weird. I'm sorry. Like, I would have loved to show
That's going to drive you nuts. You're going to tear the place up looking for it when we get
done. No, because, like, this is my folder with originals, the big kind of, this is all kinds of stuff. And it's, like, it's probably somewhere in the middle rather than at the end where it should be, so. It happens.
Understandable. Everything gets mooshed around.
It happens a lot.
So I know outside of stating that it's funded, but we want to go past the funding and hit some goals, get some people, a bookmark with Cora at the top, and
that is actually not the final art. I'm gonna show that once we hit our funding goal. Get a big update about it. It's gonna have something original on it. That is just the back of it. So it's going to be printed on both sides and actually, have a very special special piece on the back of it.
Not final project being shown. It's going to be something new and different.
Yes.
And I know there's going to be a bunch of your backers that would like to see this go up to where the extra pages get added into the book.
Oh, yes.
If for no other reason, they want to make you work more.
Well, I mean, yes, because so far everyone who's read it is like, oh my god, this is actually a great comic. We did not expect this from you, Mike. But,
what do you think I've been doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been pushing myself to the bloody limits, and I've been doing so for the last 6 months, and it's only gonna get better from here. And like Live on Cora 4 compared to 3 is already like way higher in quality for my inks alone.
Between your inks and her colors on that page, it's like, ooh,
yeah.
That was just like, wow, man.
Yeah, no. Um, Working on these concepts and figuring out the world that I'm building for my writer, together with my writers, and how does everything actually work? Because my writers are like, yeah, I got this fun little creature that I want to put in, and this is their kind of society, and this is the story. But then my mind goes, okay, but how does that work in the world build? It has to make sense in a sci-fi setting because I want this world to work, as improbable as it is.
Mhm.
I mean, who thinks up a bloody core with a single cloud orbiting it that gives water to all kinds of continents that are also orbiting it? Make like what I I don't know. It came to me in a flash, and apparently it works. Um, and people keep asking me like, okay, can we get some extra previews or something? Because this is we're having fun here. And I got pages and pages and pages of world building that the reader doesn't have to see because I just enjoy doing that for myself. They are um, how the physics work, how the creatures interact, how what kind of creatures in the background and what kind of lives they lead. But the reader doesn't have to know that. We are focusing on the character of that issue. So that one exposition page you see at the front of every single issue, like this world is foreign with the world itself, and this is how it works. And it's a couple of lines. You read it through it in 5 seconds, and that's all you need to know for this comic to work. And we want to keep up that kind of quality and ease to for every single um, like we want this comic to be read by all ages and enjoyed by all ages. And I know I've seen 6-year-olds come back to me like, what I'm starting to understand the alphabet that you used in Love on Cora 1, and I'm like, well, fuck yeah, this is exactly what we're doing it for, and have them go, what would be a very fun creature if it had like this and this and this, and it worked like this. And I'm like, you know what? That's a story. Let's go for it. And we
And
have
there's not a lot of all ages books around right now.
no, no, there's really not.
And
You
there's
know,
there's no all ages books with art and color like there is in this one, and especially on page one of issue 4.
let me give you a little runaround of issue 4 while we're at it. Like, it's going to be about inner talents. That's also the name of it, of the entire story, and it's following the Misius, so the underwater creatures, which are also a far cousin of the creatures in issue 1 and 2. But they are underwater rather than in the sky and on the ground. So you got the Nuttall, the flying ones in the sky, and then Tusker on the ground, and then you got the Misius underwater. And they have a very big society, like very cityscape, but in the ancient ruins that you're already used to seeing in the entire comic. And they're building like their own society in there, and they have a ritual where they are assigned to their inner talent. And for the main character, Calais, it's being a gem collector and trader. He doesn't like that. He wants to be a builder, and it's really hard for him to actually get into that. And he doesn't enjoy what he's being pushed into by his society. Um, and through the story, we're being told how different skills can overlap with one another, and just because you don't like what you're doing doesn't mean that you can't do the things that you want to. And the moment my writer came up with that synopsis, I was like, oh my god, yes, like this is exactly what Life on Cora is supposed to be as well. It's fluffy creatures playing drums. It's random rock people being attacked by giant birds. It's underwater
And surfing.
creatures. It's rock people surfing, but it's also teaching lessons and um, giving a very fulfilling, simple story that is always 32 pages long, except for the first issue, which was 22 pages. I'm sorry. Um, and you jump straight into it. It doesn't matter if you pick issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. Even if you go to issue 50, I want it to be easy to read and you can immediately get into a new story. Every single time. It's a standalone story.
A standalone story, so you don't, if you don't have this issue and you bought this issue, you can still read it.
Yes.
And it is. I'm like, wow, this was issue 3. I didn't get to read issues 1 and 2.
But it still worked.
But it's, the only connection to that is that it takes place on Cora.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And you see bits and pieces, and there's little hints about the previous issues, and you see creatures that might come up in the future. You see creatures that have already been seen. And we're slowly expanding and enjoying the creation of the world and making it feel alive, because just because it's not chronological, like you can pick up any story before the other, it's gonna make sense, and it's going to give you a glimpse into the life on these of these creatures. It's literally life on Cora. Cora is just a world, and how these creatures live is what the comics are about.
It's about life
on Cora.
Live it, man.
That's what I tried to do.
Yep. I enjoyed it. It was just a fun, like, adventure of, this rock guy, pardon the pun, coming out of his shell and, well, not physically coming out of his shell, but,
No. He'd overread if he did that.
Mm-hmm.
And even on the rock people, like, they don't have eyes. Like, there's actually a creature all there inside, and the rock is just a shell for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one big creature that detaches part of itself in these rock golems, pretty much, that go out and supply for itself. It's one big creature, but you don't have to care. You don't care about that. I don't need to take 20 pages to explain how this guy works. No, I don't want to bore the kids.
Just do it, and it's simple deduction. You read it and figure it out. Oh, my kid hates doing that. Stop doing critical thinking instead of lazy stuff.
Well, the critical thinking is exactly what these kinds of comics are supposed to stimulate. It's the kind of thing that I grew up with. The tiny little gags that can come in once in a while. The first panel of issue 2 is Grund hanging from a thread with fake wings because he wants to learn to fly like the Nuttall do. And everyone else going, Grund, you're an idiot. And he looks down and says, yeah, might be, but I'll be a flying idiot. Well, and then he actually just smacks to the ground.
Yeah, I did that when I was a kid. You got to learn. Well, of course, I climbed up on the roof with an umbrella and thought I was going to be like Penguin from Batman 66. And parachute down.
Grund eventually finds a flying machine. And that brings issues of its own. Because, a thing that goes up to like 100 miles an hour with a creature that is not made for that thing is way too big. It's going to cause some issues. There's a bunch of trees there on Cora right now that are very bumped up and very unhappy.
It'd be like me riding a tricycle.
Yes, like a kid style tricycle. Yes, exactly.
That guy's 6'2", 300 pounds. What's he doing riding a tricycle?
Crash.
Because it's funny.
Exactly.
You got to put some humor in, and
Yeah.
some would be dangerous scenarios and how they get out of it, and the different things they can do. It's like, oh, well, he went here and did this. Why is he doing that? And then a page and a half later, you're like, oh, they can do that. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna give credits to my writers here. He to Martin Fisher here, who just he gave me a page by page synopsis of like, okay, this is what a story is gonna feel like. And even from that, it was just a rail of like it felt like an animation coming to life. And to actually get the script and it just read so naturally. And the same for issue 4 for me right now. Like the writer is not as used to being to making scripts, but it like if this was a 10-minute animation, like Adventure Time or Steven Universe, like the simple, straightforward, this is an episode, it would work like that. And it's not what we intended to do, but it's exactly the kind of thing that kids nowadays and grown-ups as well are exactly into, because you can take them bite-sized. You don't have to binge them. You grab one book, it'll take half an hour, 45 minutes, you're going to be through, and you're going to be, that's it. You're going to be fulfilled, you're going to be ready for bed. And that's what I read as a kid,
Well, both of us are ready for bed right now because we've been up all night.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Or all day in your case, I guess.
Oh, 2 hours of sleep, guys. I'm dead.
I've been up all night. I gotta set like 3 alarms so I wake up for Hex.
Oh, man, good luck. Don't
like,
oversleep. Hex, just call him on Facebook, like, dude, wake up.
Yeah, if you don't hear from me by 7:30, call me. Be like, what happened?
Yep, I can relate. And the worst thing is, I gotta get up at 4:30 tomorrow again. It's 9 p.m. now. Ugh, I'm so dead. Cappuccino gives me life.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock here, so I mean, I've had I got a big tumbler like this that was full of coffee for breakfast, and then my big Marvel mug, and then I filled this up again while I was writing everything up and getting ready and checking my emails and everything. So I'm like 3 cups of coffee in, so it's pretty good.
But yeah, guys.
We see you over there on the Creators Outlet. Smash that like button.
Yes. Like and subscribe, guys. It means a lot. You're helping out smaller channels which really need it. YouTube is a masochist, and like YouTube is a sadist. They don't care for anyone below 1,000, and they don't care about you as a person until you've got 1 million. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna pull through. So smash that like button. Hit subscribe. It means a lot. And you're gonna see.
And ring that bell so you know every time we go live.
Oh yes. Help a guy out.
And that's 5 or 6 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always supplying new content, and this is episode 101.
Hell yeah, I'm the 101. I agree. I approve.
Oh yeah, the other night, people running away. Pops, Pops, and Pops and Sam were more excited than I was. They would just go nuts. Pops just wanted an excuse to do shots.
I mean, can't blame him.
I would have, but my helper was out of town doing a job, and so he dropped me off some the next morning, and because we went until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it was like close to an 8 hour stream. So it was fun. Lunchbox Warren didn't think he was going to be able to make it, and then Larry from Niobe came in. Pops took off, went to bed, and he was upset because he wanted to read his dramatic part of Sig on Warren's second chapter, and like about an hour after he left, Warren's like, "Hey, dude, I can make it. I'm all set now." Bing! We had Eric VT from California, who's writing his very first comic.
Ooh.
And
me up on that. Yeah.
He knows a lot about comics because he's been selling comics for years. Marv!
Hey, dude, you've
What's
missed
going
30
on?
minutes. No, you missed an hour. You're very late, man. Dude.
It's okay. You can always go back and rewatch it another time. Put it on while you're drawing later.
Marvy, I'm still waiting on the Singular. It's coming. I know it is. You better finish quick, because I'm waiting for that one.
There's some Sin Killer coming to Arrow Comics, I understand.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. And Love on Cora is too. Supposedly, like we're not entirely through yet, but the Sin Killer is gonna go into Indiefold Revolt. Keep that in mind for Indiegogo. Yes, it was an Indiegogo that they're gonna launch, and there's gonna be an 8-page story by him in there, and there's gonna be a ton of other artists. It's gonna be over 120 pages, guys. Keep an eye out.
And he's talking about direct. Well, obviously, he's going to be doing some stuff with Liberty.
Yes.
And he's going to be doing some direct stuff. And he said they're looking at 3 or 4 titles right now.
Yeah, no, and I applied Love on Cora to the roster, so maybe from August that is going to be a 2-month, like bi-monthly thing as well. Keep an eye out. It's going to be a slightly smaller format because that's going to be printed in American comic format, and I print traditionally in European format, so a little bigger. Doesn't mean there's any less quality. I'm actually, if I get set on that, I'm gonna completely rehaul issue 1 and 2, and I'm gonna pay Aristine to completely color those 2 issues as well. And that's gonna be a completely new print run because
that would be a nice add-on for a future campaign.
Oh yes, but I got
now available remastered issues 1 and 2.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna do volumes at some point anyway, and that's gonna be like that. That was going to be remastered anyway. But if I get into into Arrow, like those issues are gonna be shown there first. Yes, only Definite and Savor by Russ Leach as well. Yes, I'm looking for
comic book black belt.
Oh yes,
because only Russ can save us. He was on Sunday Funnies.
Yes,
with everybody the other day. I tuned into that for a while. They had some technical difficulties coming in and out, and everybody blamed Variant, and then Variant came back in before he went into church. I go, that can't be Variant. There's no hat. Imagine if he got to take it off one day and he walks into church with that hat on.
Only Death Can Save Us is looking like a beautiful Bronze Age comic. It's a shame that in the Netherlands you barely can get a credit card, but it's also good that you can't get a credit card because holy crap, I want that book. You know, and I had the same with Lady Satan, um, and well, the Incantessi by Rich Perotti, which is coming to Indiegogo soon as well. I made him bald, and I still, you know, that is the highlight of my life until now. Yes, bald like you, exactly.
Look out, Rich. The wife's going to find out. There's a lot you can do with a bald head.
Marv, I know, yes, they should have 50 hours. We may work 48 hours a day, but we will never be enslaved. You know, I don't
Marv,
even
you just
care about like,
subscribed. Thank you.
ooh, nice, dude. Congrats. Um, yeah, I don't care that much about more hours in a day. What I would like is a 12 day week. But, you know, because this week is going to be busy for me.
So that would mean I get to keep my kid in school 10 days. That works.
Yes. Yes.
Here's the problem. Summer vacation. We caray.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I just have a cat, and that's plenty of work already.
Mm-hmm. Marv knows what I just said. I'm not fluent in any of the language besides the bastardized United States English, but
but yeah, guys, pick up Life on Cora. It means a lot.
I can swear in other languages, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's about right.
Those are the first words anybody learns.
But yeah, guys, this was about Life on Cora, and we kind of went off on something else, but it's okay. Yep. Like, we love indie creators. We want to support them. And I will keep supporting them. Doesn't matter how much I make on Live on Cora. And Live on Cora is going to keep coming. Please pre-order. You know, you're just going to push yourself to more and more extras to get with your packages. And it really, really means a lot. And I'm really sad to see there's no new backers yet, even after this hour. But, you know, I can live with it. You know, I'm really glad we made our first goal.
If you don't have the money to...
If you don't have
the money at this moment, just wait. But you can share it out on your social media. Share it out on Twitter. Share it out on Facebook.
It already means a lot. It gets a lot more eyes on the comic. And it really helps immensely, especially after we've been funded. You know, it's been going quieter. And after you hit that goal, we got to push through the stretch goals. You know, I want to give you guys as much as I can. Yeah, we got funded in 7 days, but we're at 14 days now, and we're not that much further. So, yeah, if you can help out, you know, even if you don't back, quick retweet, a quick Facebook share, really, really means the world. If you got comic friends, it's gonna it's gonna make things explode, and it would really help me out.
That's right, John W. Share. It helps with the algorithms.
It does. You know, and I look up Life on Cora once in a while on Twitter and on Facebook, so I see the latest posts, and I'll retweet you as well. Like, you know, guys, there are people rooting for this comic, and it really makes a difference. This is by far the best thing we've created with Fairies and Ends, and we have worked with a lot of creators making anthologies, pushing out other creators as well, and we want to keep doing this. And it's only me right now paying for everything, and you know, I'm working about 12 days a week to get everything out on time, and we have never skipped, like, we have never missed a deadline. at all. We had 2 anthologies with 12 creators and 16 creators, and then a writer's anthology with 11 creators. All of them were completely done on time. Same for our own comic books. Every single Kickstarter we've done, we completely fulfilled. And we're going to keep doing that. Doesn't matter how hard it gets for us. So yes, every little bit helps. You know, you're not only helping me. I'm starting to grow this this company. There is new series slowly coming out.
There you go.
You're the best, Pops.
5 out of 5 rock and roll horns.
Hell yeah.
Heavy metal. Well, we can't say heavy metal. Phil's not here.
All right.
Please,
Well,
all the people tuning in, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel you're watching, whether it's the Outright Geekery YouTube channel, whether it's my Creators Outlet YouTube channel. If you're on Outright Geekery, you can like the page and give a like to the feed. And please share out this show.
yes, please do. You know, there's tons of awesome people coming by.
Yeah.
Constantly.
And there's, you know, you probably belong to groups that, you know, I don't belong to or Mike doesn't belong to. And, you know, you can share it there, share it to your friends, especially, you know, art fans and comic book fans to check this out. I mean, the colors on this are like amazingly intense. Yes.
That is definitely the way to say it. They are definitely intense.
And they have a weird calming sensation on me.
They make you hard.
No, not that kind of comment.
Oh. Well, I mean.
Say heavy metal enough times, Phil will show up. Heavy metal, heavy metal, heavy metal.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he spelled it heavy mural, which means that Phil's going to show up anyway, just to be pissed at it.
Yeah, who's Mural?
I don't know, but she's heavy.
Apparently. Pops is lifting weights on the side. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I mean, Pops, have you been snacking from the cupboards again?
As long as she's not falling down the stairs again, that's all that matters. So, Life on Cora, check it out. The link is in the show notes, either up above or down below, depending on where you're watching us. It's also in the chat. Plus, Mike Jimmy's social media is there, where you can find him on Facebook, and you can find him in the Twitterverse.
Yes, I am mainly active on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. Add me as a friend. I would love that. We can talk world building. You know, if you want me on your show, I'm always open. I love talking comics. I mean, this is just one of the many places. It doesn't even have to be just about Love on Cora. It can be talking about European comics. I know a lot of them. It can be talking American comics. Not my things. Like, not as big of my thing, but I like talking about them. I like hearing big names. I like looking up big names and, you know, see how they work.
We'll have to do a show in the future where we get a few of our friends like you from across the way and us to talk European. You can educate us on European comics, and we'll educate you on American comics.
I'd love that. Yes, that would be very cool. That would be very cool indeed.
Marv, 3 times like the Candyman. I love that dude. I got to meet him once.
Yes, Marv is awesome. We had a...
Well, not Marv, the actor that played Candyman.
Oh, cool.
I haven't met Marv yet, but, you know, if, you know... Maybe,
well, he's a bit closer to me than you.
Maybe Zim will tell him he's got to come stateside and do conventions because the Sin Killer is such a hit in Arrow Indie Revolt. So...
well, hopefully Live on Cora will be too. You know, it's
Yeah.
completely out there, and I think because it is and the way it's colored, it might take a lot of attention for them, even if it's like really weird and out there.
Oh, he's had some pretty weird and out there things in Arrow in the past. Like,
Yeah, I heard.
Just some crazy, wacky stuff. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm looking forward to Arrow comics coming back. I remember seeing them. You know, they were always like along the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Of the new releases way back when, and I'm like, you know, I bought a few of them over time, and it was like, wow, this is different.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sit down and read it, and you know, but you know, especially if now I'm gonna know people in the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marv, we can talk about European comics have lots of them.
Oh yes, they do. They do.
It'll be a special boobies issue.
Oh God, tell me about it. And
time,
you know,
time to go motorboating.
Let's see, where did they go? And you know, if you like original art, you know, you can get it together with the comic, and I will draw it for you, whatever you want. Stuff like this, or like this. You know,
Lady Satan,
and the Cassandra from the Incantessi. You know, 50 euros for an A4, which is half that size, or 100 euros for A3. And I can go completely insane. If you're like, hey, draw me this scene with these characters, I will do it. I'm crazy enough. I have done some really, really... Yes, you are, Marv. You're very awesome, too.
And I'm awesome, too. Thank you. Me too.
Like,
a little bit.
Me too. Me too. Like, nothing too weird. Nothing too strange. Nothing too hard. I'm used to drawing everything. I'm used to drawing for a lot of writers. I've done a lot of pencils for a lot of people. I've done a lot of inking over other people. You learn a thing or two when doing things, you know, the hard way, and just, you know, jumping into it. And yeah, I love doing commissions like that. And you get one of the best comics I've ever created with it. You know, it's going to be neatly packed, backboard on both sides, because, you know, if it goes overseas, that's where it goes. Backboard on both sides, really clean, bubble wrap around it, make it nice and tight, because that's what you deserve.
That's what I told her.
Bubble wrap around it?
Well, you know, if I'm out of the others, anything in a storm, right?
Well, I mean,
I'm too old to get that phone call. I'm pregnant. I got it once before.
I'm not.
I got it once before at work, and then I screamed WTF. Not initialed, but the actual out loud on the microphone, and my boss came run to my DJ booth yelling at me. What's that? I go,
what's happening?
Girl's freaking pregnant. And then he laughed hysterically. He actually fell down the stairs, but it was only 2 steps, so it wasn't too bad.
Well, still though, that's fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't had that issue yet. I mean, there's just a cat. That's plenty.
Knock on anything.
Yeah. Gotta knock it off. But yeah, guys, that's Stone Surfer cover. You know, it's there for the grabs.
It's still for sale. 400.
Still for sale.
400 euros.
This is not the original. This is a print. The original.
That's a print. You would get the original painting, in every single physical copy of the book for
Oh
Cora.
yes. If you just want a variant cover, this is Pops' favorite. This is a lot of people's favorite. This is the one going out the most. Then we got the Pebbles in Peril. Yes, I have them all printed because I love them. With an updated logo.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's beautiful. They got the little rock guys being in trouble and the giant birds in the background.
Marv, I have a domain. It's made by one of my sponsors.
Cool.
If you want, you can both have your projects there, no charges. I hope to have everything done in a month. That's awesome, dude.
Well, yeah, cool. Sure, dude. I'd love that. Yeah, the more people looking at Love On Cora, the better, And, if you want a spot on fairysandants.com, just hit me up. I got the space. I already got the website.
Yeah, because that would be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, Marv, if you like it, go grab it. It's there. And I'm going to pick up the Sin Killer the moment it comes out. That is not that is not a threat. That is a promise. I want that book. Your art is awesome.
And I'm looking forward to the new version of Sin Killer you're going to be putting in Arrow Comics.
Oh, yes. That's got to be cool.
Especially because I won't have to pay European shipping.
I'm working on that as well. I've been in contact with Critical Blast, and we might be able to take down the shipping from the European Union to only like $10, $12, depending.
Wow,
so
that's not bad.
That's something that's going to be in Love On Cora 4 as well. So, it's going to be a lot more accessible. And that means that, those 4 issues together, which make like this big a pile, are going to be only 10 to 12 euro shipping. So, that will be, that's being taken care of. It's not for Love On Cora 3 yet, and I'm really sorry. European shipping right now has gone up for €5 over the past year.
Same here. It's going up and up and up.
It's insane, and I'm really sorry because I want to keep that price down, but I can't. But yeah, if you want to help out, pick up that book. Even if it's a digital copy, like that on its own, like you're gonna get the high quality. So if you want to, you can literally just print it yourself. If you want to see it in print, put it in your put a PDF in your printer, and you have a physical book. It's gonna be high quality, proper prints.
Well, we're gonna wrap this one up. We both need to get a little bit of sleep before the next project. Definitely go check this book out, Life on Cora 3. It's still live right now. You can get hooked up with some original art, all kinds of goodies. Please check it out and help support them. And somebody, damn it, buy that original Stone Surfer painting.
Oh, yes.
If for no other reason that Mike Jimmy wants to keep it for himself.
Don't let me be selfish.
Don't let him be selfish. It's for a good cause. It's going to help out the artist that did it, and you're going to get physical copies of every single Life on Cora book, including the variants. So please go check it out. I will be back later on tonight with Hex. We're going to talk some more comics later on.
The Philium Squadron also looks top notch. Check it out. It's on Indiegogo as well.
Buy it because Pops can't and Pops wants it.
There you go. Pops approves. There's some quality in this book. And
what's it feel like to want? Whoops. But I'm bump.
So
So until later on, check this out. Once the broadcast ends, please share it out in groups that you're in, and share out the crowdfunder for this book.
I would be very, very thankful to anyone sending it out. And if you hit me up on Facebook or Twitter, at _ends on Twitter, Mike Jimmy Lortia de Bruin on Facebook. Just look up Mike Jimmy, look up Fairies and Ends. I'll be there. You can hit me up anytime. The links are up above or in the description. And, let's talk. I'm always in for a good talk.
Yeah, right after a nap.
Yes. No, it's not even going to be a nap. It's going to be proper, it's going to be a coma.
Oh, I've had one of those.
Yeah, well.
Best sleep I've ever gotten.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Till I woke up. But all right, everybody, go support Life on Cora 3. Check it out. Thanks to everybody that popped into the chat. Please share out the show afterwards and share out Life on Cora. Till next time.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Mike, thanks for coming by and hanging out. And I will talk to you very soon, my friend.
Yes, my pleasure. See you soon.
See you soon.